The zoo cannot believe what their eyes have seen so far and what their ears are already hearing. But one tactical means is the game that is being spread across the globe is a way forward. If we imitate so many things that these people have done to us, alonda bugolo. Onwe kaya mahutacha ebe fati ilaka. Ngana gini ka nneku. Nimanko jai by letting the straw out of where it's supposed to be. Because those beings have managed to get themselves a good result, thereby struggling to accept what is right, may end up being the wrong part of it. So either way, you choose what is right. What am I saying in essence? As we ride for freedom and express ourselves on beyond, I want to tell you that the struggle is making sense on a daily basis. One another, or one for another, must get to decide what it truly means to be a true Biafran. And unless each and every one of them understand the systematic knowledge, that is the only time and the only section that would be allowed. For so long, most things have gone wrong. But one thing that is very important to us is the game that is being played overnight, for night hours and not an hour, to reluctantly smitch on those who understand. Now for years I must say this very, very clear, that I'm not a man of many words, and I'm not a woman in question. Nnamdi Kanu said. But what agreement we have entered with the US will truly bring the light at the end of the tunnel. This is what we have sought for so long, but being disregarded is something that we can no longer tolerate. Because whoever asks you to play a game must be ready to play the game. Word for word, I would say, what goes around actually comes around. It is undeniable that most perpetual haters have something in common. And what do they have in common? Is to see that anything about Biafra goes down before their own eyes. One must understand the aggression being passed on the people of Biafra. And after, we must without hesitation spread this one forcible attitude that the zoo wishes to work with. Because at the end of the day, it is to who has the rightful ears would hear the message of the Father. And what shall we say? One good turn deserves another. One good turn deserves another. Onye emele, ọghọta? Na orila ya wụ nke Chukwu, enwele ebe ọzọ a na-azọdo ụkwụ. is of great knowledge that this victory reaches home. The US military has now embarked on an agreement with Simon Ekpa, obviously, over some engagement that has to do with the freedom of the Biafran people. We must understand this reinstatement, that victory comes from the path in which everyone must see this very light. And the military agreement with the Biafran Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is giving us a full head on what we are pursuing. It all depends who is listening, but what truly matters is not those who are listening. What truly matters is the gateway to salvation, the people of the Biafran race. I must say without confusion that the mindsets being rendered on the eyes of the foolish ones must be taken very, very personal. If need be, we are ready for what is coming. Apart from that, onye ọbụla ga-aza afa nna ya, and that will be another part. Because whether you like it or not, victories are being thrown aboard. And gloriously, we have come to realize that most gateways is not open for telling lies. Now, what is this agreement up to? Let me explain it to you people. Number one, the agreement states that for Biafran to coexist with any other African country, there must be a possible arrangement that should guide the people of Biafra. And US is ready to throw a tantrum support for whoever that is engaging. And to me that makes a lot of sense. But in the same hand, if what is given is not considered properly, then one might think that there is no future in what Biafrans are chasing. So I leave them to the judgment. Who should be judged? And why should they be judged? This is a message that I've been carried along for 2 more centuries. And for need be, we must exchange place and